Leading off the Wallace State first inning, the shortstop, number 11, Andrew Lawrence. Today's first pitch is at 11:01 a.m. and under sunny skies it is 76 baseball degrees.
Hi, everybody, and welcome as we get baseball underway from Birmingham, Alabama. We've moved a little bit west of Oxford to bring you the ACCC Division I Championship. Question is, will we play one or two games? Andrew Lawrence grounding into the 4-3 as we get this one underway. What a trip to this championship game it has been for Wallace. Hanceville lost the opening game of the tournament and then haven't lost since. And then for Shelton State, came in as the 1 seed, got an opening round bye. They've only had to play a couple of games to get here. So it is 1-5, Wallace, Hanceville, and Shelton State battling to take home the biggest piece of hardware in the ACCC and for the right to take on LSU Eunice next weekend. Andrew Lawrence, the one-hitter. Two-hitter Jamie Howells for Wallace, Hanceville. Colton Payton is the 3 guy. Luke Fernandez batting 4th. Sam Henniger is the 5-hitter. Will Perry hits 6th. Riley Jackson 7th. Cooper Sanford is the 8-hitter. And Kaysen Heaps in the 9-hole. Connor Dodd on the bump for Shelton State. Behind the plate, Lawson Neal, first baseman Brady Woff. And second, James Graffo, shortstop Paxton Ponder. And at third, Slade Sullivan. Got an outfield of Trenton Shirley in left. Center fielder is Pierce Dutton. And in right field, Mason Steele. Plans were to wrap things up on Sunday, but Mama Nature and plans just couldn't get it together. As that is wrapped over to short, fielded by Ponder. He'll go to first, into the dirt, but able to dig it out as well.
Now batting for the Lions, the catcher, number 24, Colton Payton.
2 gone for Colton Payton. And so we are playing on a Monday and playing in a different location. Second year in a row, by the way, that it's wound up here at UAB. Last year, Shelton State won it all on this turf. Now you got the Lions and the Bucks trying to win it all here on this turf. Luke Fernandez to the on-deck circle. Last of the opening formalities as that's ground up the middle. Boy, Ponder, great range just to get there. But it'll be a base hit for Colton Payton.
Next up for the Lions, the designated hitter, number 27, Luke Fernandez.
And a base runner aboard for Luke Fernandez. For the last of the formalities, a huge thank you to Tim Altork. Carrying the baton through all of the games, and he's got a newspaper job had to get to. So you're stuck with me this morning and into the afternoon. Luke Fernandez with Payton on. 2-out base hit. A lot of rain between here and South Alabama as that is ground to Ponder. He'll go to Graffos with the underhand.
For the Lions at the top of the first inning.
And it's a 6-4 put-up. 4 up, 3 down, 1 stranded. We head to the bottom of the first.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great Diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Leading off the bottom half of the first inning for Shelton State, the left fielder number 11, Trenton Shirley.
Bottom of the first gets underway after a scoreless top part of the inning. Colton Payton with a 2-out base hit, but one runner stranded in the Lion part of the inning. Trenton Shirley starting it off for Shelton State. Pierce Dutton, the 2-hitter. Jackson Henderson hitting third. James Graffos is the 4 guy. Mason Steele bats 5th. Brady Woff 6th. Slade Sullivan 7th. Lawson Neal is the 8-hitter. Paxton Ponder batting 9th. Comolino getting the start on the bump for Wallace Hanceville. Meanwhile, the rest of that defense, Colton Payton behind the plate. Will Perry at first, second baseman Cooper Sanford, and shortstop Andrew Lawrence, and at third, Riley Jackson. And an outfield of Jamie Howells in left. The center fielder, as the pitch is into the zone of the count, even at 2. Will Perry is in center. And you got a strikeout of Trent Shirley.
Now batting for Shelton State, the center fielder number 2, Pierce Dutton.
All right, let's give that starting lineup a second look. Got to bump numbers down one. Here we go. Molino is on the hill behind the plate. Colton Payton. First baseman is Sam Henniger. Second, Cooper Sanford. Shortstop is Andrew Lawrence. And Riley Jackson's at third. Outfield of Jamie Howells in left. Center fielder Will Perry, Cason Heaps in right. So there you have the defense for the Lions, the offense for the Buccaneers. That is sent towards left. Right to Jamie Howells. He's got it for out number 2.
Now batting for Shelton State, the designated hitter, number 15, Jackson Henderson.
Jackson Henderson next. Well, I said I was through with the formalities, but one more, a big thank you to the folks here at UAB. Very hospitable. Unlocked all doors, access to everything to be able to bring you the coverage. Thanks to Kane, who also got our music rolling here in the box. Multitasker. 1-0 the count on Henderson. And the count will go even. 4 meetings in the regular season between these two. And it was Wallace Hanceville that won the 7-inning games. And it was Shelton State that won the 9-inning games. James Graffos to the on-deck circle. This one will go 9 unless somebody's got a substantial lead after 7. Fouled away by Henderson. And again, waiting in the wings is LSU Eunice. Their first year as a Division II. I make that Division I. Division II is delighted they have left. They've been so dominant. Division I is like stiff competition for the guys out of Region 23. Three-two offering. Popped up right side. Sam Henniger giving it a look, but it's out of play. Count full, 3-2. 3 balls, couple of strikes. And there's a low offering that's got a runner report. Well, we had a 2-out base runner in the top part of the inning, Colton Payton with a base hit. Got a 2-out runner here in the bottom part with a walk to Jack Henderson. And a base runner on for James Graffos. And I believe whoever wins the ACCC hosts Region 23, whether that be in Tuscaloosa or in Hanceville. Nothing in one on James Graffos. Mason Steele to the on-deck circle. Popped up, left side, calling for it at short is Andrew Lawrence. He'll make the catch, and we basically have the same in the top and bottom part of the inning. 4 up, 3 down, 1 left on. Top of the second underway. Sam Henniger starting it. Will Perry and Riley Jackson due up in the inning two. A scoreless first as we head to the visitor part of inning number 2. Here is the 0-1 offering. That is snagged by Ponder over to first with a throw. Just a hair behind Sam Henniger, and he's on with a leadoff single. Boy, I'm almost as impressed with Paxton Ponder and the plays that don't get the runner in first as the ones that do. Just to be able to go over and get that one from Henniger and make it close over at first. Got a base runner on for Will Perry. Riley Jackson to the on-deck circle. Second base hit of the game for the Lions. 5th game between these two this year, and this is the 5th game of the tournament for the Lions. As I mentioned, losing the opening game means that you've had the difficult path. But they have fought their way through the competition, including that 10-inning game yesterday to get here against Coastal Alabama South. 0-1 on Will Perry. Perry batting 191. This is a 270 hitting Lions squad. Will Perry, 5 extra base hits, 11 RBIs. That's going to head towards the screen and get Henninger heading towards second. So the Lions with a base runner in scoring position. I was a little surprised that Will Perry did not square to bunt, but no need to square and bunt now. The runner was moved up 90 feet. Riley Jackson to the on-deck circle. That is sent foul back to the screen. "71 degrees here in Birmingham. So much rain that we've got a flood watch until 7 o'clock. But not a big threat of rain during game hours. Another one fouled away by Perry. Air quality 40 and good, UV index 5 and moderate. Feels like 72, got winds out of the south-southeast at 7, gusting to 15. 7:38 sunset, 78% humidity. 11-mile visibility. As that one will be popped up to ponder it short. Perry out, number 1.
Next up for the Lions, third baseman, number 18, Riley Jackson.
Moon is fully illuminated, and speaking of that moon, just about 252,000 miles away. And there you have it. All the stuff I've got on the iPhone weather app. Riley Jackson to the plate with a base runner in second. Cooper Sanford to the on-deck circle. Well, I was talking about Paxton Ponder. He and Riley Jackson, the guy at the plate, teammates at Coleman in high school. Sent foul by Jackson. Opponents in this one, though. 0-2 offering to Jackson when you get to the bottom of the second. Steele, Woff, and Sullivan for Shelton State. Just a little bit outside. By the way, be thinking now in the fourth inning, we're going to open up the shout-out lines, give you an opportunity to text in shout-outs, do a little cyber cheering along with this great crowd on hand here in Birmingham. Swing, miss, and out will go Jackson. Back-to-back outs after the Henninger single.
The second baseman,
2 gone for
number
Cooper
9,
Sanford. Kaysen Heaps to the on-deck circle. Shelton State coming in as the 1. Wallace Hanceville as the 5 seed. I mentioned Wallace Hanceville losing the opening game to Northwest Shoals. Then knocked off Gadsden State. Beat Northwest Shoals in the rematch. And defeated Coastal South. That is
For the Lions,
9 to second.
No runs on 1 hit, and there was 1 runner left on base.
3 go down after the leadoff single. Henninger stranded. That's 2 left on for the Lions as we head to the bottom of the second.
of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
For Shelton State, the right fielder number 3, Mason Steele.
Bottom of the second gets underway. Mason Steele starts it. Brady Woff and Slade Sullivan due up in the inning, too. Lions getting a base hit every inning, but not a run in yet. Left a runner on at first in the first and at second in the second. Count even at 1. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Shelton State. Mason Steele, a 307 hitter on a 320 hitting squad. That is lifted to left field, and there the catch made by Jamie Howes.
Now batting for Shelton State, the first baseman, number 7, Brady Waugh.
One out for Brady Woff. Bottom and top of the order when you get to the third for Wallace Hanceville. Heaps, Lawrence, and the two-guy Howes. One away, nobody aboard. First pitch fouled back by Woff. And Shelton State, their trip here, featured a win over Northwest Shoals. Then a victory over Coastal South. A doink, and down to first will go Brady Waugh.
Third baseman, number 5, Slade Sullivan.
A little bit outside with a pitch to Slade Sullivan. Lawson Neal moving to the on-deck circle. Buccaneers get a base runner with 2 gone in the first. Get a runner with 1 away in the second. Molina with a look to the runner over at first. And then delivers a little bit low, a little bit outside. Shelton State 27-9 in conference play, 45-11 overall. Wallace Hanceville 21-15 in the conference, 36-22 the overall mark. And I mentioned those meetings. Obviously, a couple of doubleheaders, 7-inning first games, 9-inning nightcaps. When they played at Wallace Hanceville, as that one is floated towards right fielder Kason Heaps. He'll make the catch, and holding at first is Waugh.
Next up for
2 away for Lawson Neal.
Lawson Neal.
5-4 was the Wallace Hanceville win in Hanceville in the first game of 2. And then coming back from the nightcap, Shelton State won it 5-3. Then when the series moved to Tuscaloosa, it was a 6-2 Wallace Hanceville first game win. Well, the Bucks came back and won the nightcap 11-2. Well, to have a doubleheader today, got to have a Lion win in the opening game. Something the Bucks would like to have no part of. Lions would love the idea. Count even in one. A little bit inside with a pitch to Lawson Neal. Neal, a 194 hitter on the year. Couple of home runs. He's got a base hit there, though. Dropped into left field, then ricochets a bit off Howes. Howes able to play it pretty good off the ricochet. Meaning Woff doesn't have an opportunity to come home, but he goes to third, Neal's at first.
Next up for
And runners on the corners for the Buccaneers.
12, Paxton Ponder.
Paxton Ponder to the plate. Top of the order, Trenton Shirley moving to the on-deck circle. Well, wherever the South District matchup is between Region 22 and 23, we will be there. Round towards short, Lawrence trying to rush it so he can avoid the run coming in. Couldn't make the play, and the run is in. And the Buccaneers get on the board with a couple of runners on.
The left fielder, Trenton Shirley.
Then credited as a base hit. So an RBI for Paxton Ponder. Popped up right side near the foul line and over to make the catch, Cason Heaps. Shirley with a fly out, 2 left on, but a run's in. And the Bucks take the early lead in this one. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Leading off the Wallace State third inning, the right fielder, number 15, Cason Heaps.
Bottom of the order, starting off the top of the third for the Lions. Buccaneers will grab a 1-zip lead. Compliments of Paxton Ponder RBI single. Popped up by Heaps. It is on the infield and coming in from first to make the catch, Brady Waugh.
Lions, the shortstop, Andrew Lawrence.
And we are back to the top of the order for the Lions. Andrew Lawrence with a ground out to second. Jamie Howells moving to the on-deck circle. Howells ground into a 4-3. Taking a look at the Gunnar Dodd numbers on the year. 13 appearances, 7 starts, 4-1, 38 and a third innings of work. As that is driven towards center field, it'll drop in. Able to grab it on the one hop is Pierce Dutton, but diving into second is the potential tying run. Andrew Lawrence with one away.
Next up for the Lions, the left fielder, Jamie Howells.
180 feet away from tying the ball game at 1. And is Andrew Lawrence, Jamie Howells to the plate. Todd gave up 33 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned, 7 walks, 30 strikeouts, 2.58 ERA. Has the tying run at second for Jamie Howells, who ground out to short in the first. Colton Payton to the on-deck circle. Two, 3, and 4 in the order for the Buccaneers when we head to the bottom part of the inning. Jamie Howells, a .253 hitter. Couple of home runs, 21 RBIs. Two-0 pitch from Todd. It's too high. And it is 3-0 on Howells. Arch rivals, Wallace, Hanceville, Shelton State. Whether it's baseball, softball, basketball, ping pong, horseshoes. When these two teams meet, they battle. 3-1 on Howells. Here's the Dodd offering. It is outside and down to first. Goes Jamie Howells with the first walk issued by Dodd.
Now batting for the Lions, the catcher, Colton Payton.
So a couple of base runners on for Colton Payton. And a double and a walk is going to get you a visit. Coach coming out to the bump to have a conversation with the starting pitcher. Tying run just came in. I think that just go-ahead run just came in. Potential tying run is at second. And if you want something that will have a coach pulling their hair out, that's to take a lead and then see in the top part of the next inning the potential that that lead be taken away. So that's part of the intent for the visit.
Once again, fans on the parking
is to re-emphasize.
We ask that you park on the parking deck. If you are on the
Meanwhile, Lions,
move your cars immediately.
3 hits in the game and now a walk, have a couple of base runners on with 1 away. And are looking at the possibility of at least tying the game up here at the top of the third. Conversation over. Dodd back up onto the bump. At the plate is Colton Payton. He had a single in the first. Strike delivered on the outside part of the plate to Payton. More plate appearances than any other Lion. .331 average, 10 home runs, 39 RBIs. Owen offering inside to even the count. If he's thinking about home run 11, it's 330 down the line to right, 335 to left. And the gaps are 385, dead away center field. I guess just a tad beyond 385. Fouled away by Peyton. Top of the third, situated right downtown Birmingham, right by the interstate. Got up really early this morning to make the long drive up because of Birmingham traffic, and it didn't let me down. There was plenty of it. On the outside part of the plate, that is a big strikeout of Colton Payton, who had a few words going to the dugout for the umpire.
The Lions' designated hitter, Luke Fernandez.
2 gone, second Dodd strikeout. Luke Fernandez to the plate. About to become a boiler maker at Purdue after he wraps up his Wallace Hanceville career. Lifted foul and out of play by Fernandez. Dutton, Henderson, and Graffos in the bottom of the third. The move to Birmingham from Oxford, necessitated by the AHSAA baseball playoffs. Ground to first, picked up by Watt. Goes to the bag. Fernandez will ground out. 2 are left on, and the Bucks preserve that 1-zip lead.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Leading off the Shelton State third inning, center fielder Pierce Dutton.
Bottom of the third, Pierce Dutton starts it. Jackson Henderson and James Graffos due up in the inning. That is shot down the line but fouled towards right. Lions threatened, got a couple of runners on. A 1-out double had Lawrence at second. Howells walked by Dodd. But the 2 are left on as Payton and Fernandez go down. Ground to first, scooped up there by Henniger. And Dutton the first out in the third inning.
Now batting for Shelton State, the designated hitter, Jackson Henderson.
One away for Jackson Henderson. Henderson with a walk in the first. James Graffos to the on-deck circle. Fourth inning, it will be the mid part of the order coming to the plate for the Lions. Sam Henniger will start it. Outside with the opening pitch to Henderson. That walk of Henderson, the lone walk thus far by Cole Molina. On the outside part of the plate. Molina 13 appearances, all as a starter, went 5-2 with 3 complete games. Worked 69 and the third innings. Ground to Lawrence at short, he'll go to first. Henderson out on the 6-3.
Next up for the Shelton State Bucks.
Molina in those 69 and a third innings, gave up 65 hits, 34 runs, 24 earned, 23 walks, 58 strikeouts. Did allow 6 home runs. And comes in with a 3.12 ERA. James Graffos with a fly out to short in the first. Henniger, Perry, and Jackson in the fourth for Wallace Hanceville. 1-0 pitch to Graffos. It is ground to Sanford at second. He'll go to first. And the Bucks go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third.
Leading off the Wallace State fourth inning, first baseman Sam Henniger.
One pitch into the top of the fourth, and Sam Henniger delivering with a single. And a base runner was aboard for Will Perry. Riley Jackson to the on-deck circle. Well, if you'll notice on your scoreboard, there is a shout-out number. Now, of course, you can shout out anytime you want on YouTube. But during the fourth inning, we're going to let you join the crowd here and do a little cyber cheering. And here's how it works. There's the number, 334-488-1385. You text it, I read it. That's kind of the simplest form. There is the double play. Perry wraps it down to first, waffle the bag, through to Ponder. Ponder tags out Henniger.
Third baseman Riley Jackson.
2 gone for Riley Jackson. But we only do it in the fourth. And the fourth is already, got 6 outs, 2 gone, 2 sixth gone. And the base is clear. That is the 38th double play. Turned by the Buccaneers. All right, shout-outs. 334-488-1385. The number there on your scoreboard. Here's what we're looking for. Who's it to? Who's it from? And what is the shout-out? And we'd like to know where you're watching from. So kind of stick that on there, too. As it is a 1-2 count on Riley Jackson. And 2, it is the work day, and if you're watching at work and boss is cool with that, add that to it. The work spot. We'll give him a little free PR. Count even at 2. Ground to third, picked up by Sullivan, goes to first. Jackson's out on the 5-3.
And there were no runners left on
No, we
base.
only do them in the 4th. So you got 3 outs to do it. Put those creative thinking caps on. Shout out to us in the bottom of the 4th when we return for Steele, Waff, and Sullivan.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Fourth inning. Right fielder Mason Steele.
Mason Steele starting off the bottom of the 4th. Brady Waff and Slade Sullivan 2 up in the inning 2. Your shout-outs to it, 334-488-1385. Shout-out to Lions, daughter Shelby of Coach Randy Putman and wife to Coach Frichter from ACCC, Division II runner-up, Enterprise State Boll Weevils. As that is rolled down the third baseline, it'll be a bunt single for Mason Steele.
Now batting for Shelton State, first baseman.
Shelby goes on to say, it's been a fun season of baseball in this family. Go Lions and go Weevils. And got some emojis, a lion emoji, and that would be a boll weevil emoji. Thank you, Shelby. Watching from New Mexico. I watched my grandson, J.D. Wilkins, pitch yesterday. The best Mother's Day ever. I'm glad you got to watch the game, and hope you had a great Mom's Day. Shout out to Jamie Howes and his beautiful girlfriend watching from Stockbridge. To all the players and coaches for reaching the championship game, congratulations. Runs look like they will be a premium today. Play hard and have fun. From an old ball player watching from around Smith Lake. From Sean Smith, former Wallace State player to Wallace State. Let's go WS, find the way. And there's been a warning. And that has got Coach Randy Putman not particularly happy at the moment. And a warning issued by the official, basically suggesting, okay, let's pipe down. Brady Woff with a base runner on. Bottom of the fourth. And again, we're taking your shout-outs all fourth inning long as that is bunted towards third. Jackson gets to it. Able to get it over to first to get the out. The sacrifice, though, moves Steele to second. One out for Slade Sullivan.
Third baseman, Slade Sullivan.
Also forgot to mention, if you got a little watch party going on, then snap a photo, caption it, send it to 334-488-1385. Shout out to number 20, Drew Smith and the Wallace State Lions. So proud of you all. Love you from Mom, watching from Scottsboro, Alabama. Shout out says, Bobby Sproul is the man. I hate the Lions with a passion. Go Bucks. Will from Birmingham. I do not write them. I only read them, as that is, again, sent down the line to third. Man, in this inning, 3 slow grounders to third. Putting a workout on Riley Jackson.
Next up for Shelton State, the catcher, Lawson Neal.
And the one was an out. Technically, they've all 3 been successful because the out moved the runner over. Lawson Neal with a couple of base runners on the corners. Then went outside with a pitch to Neal. Shout out Casey Thompson for supporting the first base coach from Wallace State. Shout out to Bobby Sproul and Shelton State baseball. Let's go. Fourth inning shout outs, 334-488-1385. If it's after the fourth, feel free to get on YouTube, into the chat room. Count even in one. This time bunting towards first, but foul. One away, runners at first and third. Lawson Neal, who had a single in the second, followed by Paxton Ponder, who also had a single in the second. Here's the Molina offering. A little bit outside. That shout out to Bobby Sprout and Shelton State from Bruce Sprout. Thanks, Bruce. 2-2 pitch. Sent to first, throw back to the plate. It is late. Run will score. On at first is Neal.
Now batting for Shelton State, the shortstop, Paxton Ponder.
Runners at first and second. Paxton Ponder to the plate. Sullivan at second. Neal at first. Still just a single out. One runner's plated and 2 runners on, and the ball hasn't been hit out of the infield. Top of the order, Trenton Shirley moves to the on-deck circle. But a foul in the direction of first. Shout out to Gunnar Dodd. Shout out Hayes Alford and Coach Green. Let's go Bucks from Seaside. Thanks Seaside for checking in. I'm thinking that's probably down along the coast in Florida. That's Seaside, I'm assuming. As Ponder swings and misses for out number 2.
Now batting for Shelton State, the left fielder, Trenton Shirley.
Top of the order, Trenton Shirley to the plate, 0 for 2 in the game. He has struck out and popped out. Pierce Dutton moving to the on-deck circle. Shout out to Jack Vickerson, best hitting coach in the country, and to Bobby Sprout, the undisputed goat emoji in ACCC baseball. Two gone, 1 in, 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 4th. On the inside part of the plate to Shirley. He was the first out in the first inning, last out in the second inning. Struck out in the first, popped out to right in the second. That is shot over in the direction of right field. Heaps there, makes the catch. 2 are stranded. But the run is doubled. It goes to 2-9 as we head to the 5th on JockJive.
Leading off the Hanceville 5th inning, second baseman Cooper Sanford.
Top of the 5th, first pitch popped up. Right side, behind the bag at first is Waff. He'll make the catch, and there's a pitch and an out in the 5th. Kason Heaps next.
Next up on the Lions, right fielder Kason Heaps.
Hey, thanks for all the shout-outs in the 4th. A few more. I mean, technically they came in the 4th, so we'll send them out in the 5th. Shout out to Blake Miller, assistant coach for the Lions, from Sonny and Sue Jones, watching from Savannah, Georgia. Thanks, Sonny and Sue. Kason Heaps popped out to first, his first plate appearance. Shout out to Coach Vic from Winfield. Coach Vic, the best coach out there. Shout out to Josh Winningham. And this one says, new sheriffs in town, hashtag LSU Eunice Baseball. As this one is hit towards the wall, it's out of the park. 9-guy Kason Heaps delivering with a solo home run that cuts the lead in half.
That's the second home run of the season for Kason Heaps.
There's maybe a hair below the mid part of the plate, and reaching down and sending it yard was Kason Heaps. Back with a shout out, new sheriffs in town, hashtag LSU Eunice Baseball. This ain't hashtag Delgado Baseball. LSU Eunice, a lot of Division II national championships, as I mentioned in the opening. D2 folks were delighted they went to D1. D1 was like, man, there's a stiff competitor now in. Winner of this one's got LSUE. Later on in the week, back to the top of the order, Andrew Lawrence to the plate. Fouled away by Lawrence, who ground out to second and double. And of course, that South District matchup here on JockJive, Region 22 and 23. Both regions, by the way, feature D2 teams. Obviously, Region 22, ACCC D2, won by Wallace Dothan. And they just wrapped up a 2-game set with Pasco Hernando. And it'll be the Bobcats now headed to Enid, Oklahoma to represent the South District in 2. And for Region 23, the D2 teams are in Mississippi. And the D1's in Louisiana. That is popped up in the direction of center. Dutton continuing to drift back. That looked relatively routine to begin with. But Dutton had to keep drifting back to get underneath.
Jamie Howes.
Two gone from Jamie Howes. Howes is ground out to short and walked. Colton Payton moving to the on-deck circle. No lines from Coach Putman's brother in St. Augustine. Good to hear from the oldest city, is it, in the U.S.? Let's go WS Lions. Shout out to number 44, Jaden Martin from Lilburn, Georgia. I'm trying to go back in my mind to a history class, and I assure you, my history class in school was many, many, many moons ago. Bobby Sproul going out to the pump. And Gunnar Dodds coming out of the game. He will leave in the top of the 5th with 2 gone and leave with a 1-run lead.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
They've been here the whole time, but Andy and I got a few minutes ago. They made Andy go move the car.
New pitcher Jeremy O'Quinn, Gunnar Todd working 4 2/3, facing 19. A couple of strikeouts, a walk, 5 hits given up, and a run allowed. Leaves with a 2-1 lead, Jamie Howes at the plate. Jeremy O'Quinn, 7 appearances, 1-1, 10 2/3 innings of work, 7 hits given up, 5 runs, 4 earned, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts, 3.38 ERA. And runs the count full on Jamie Howes, who has walked and ground out to short. Three-two pitch, outside, a walk given to the potential tying run.
Next up from the Lions, the catcher, Colton Payton.
Colton Payton to the plate, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Able to get back safely at first is Howes. Howes 6 stolen bases this year, caught once. Luke Fernandez to the on-deck circle. Oh, 1 pitch. Payton with a single in the first, struck out in the third. One of 2 Gunnar Dodd Ks. Payton was the one looking. The other was Riley swinging. Oh, 2 offering, Payton awaits. O'Quinn's pitch, Howes taking off. He is now irrelevant because of the strikeout of Payton. The runs in, Case and Heaps homers. It is 2-1 Buccaneers as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off the bottom half of the fifth inning for Shelton State, the center fielder, Pierce Dutton.
That'll leave the park. Lead off Pierce Dutton home run, responding to the Cason Heaps round tripper. It just kept carrying, and Will Perry trying to get to it before running into the wall right about the 385 mark. And the Bucks push that lead back out to 2. Jackson Henderson with a walk and a ground out to short. James Graffos to the on-deck circle. Boy, you talk about a home run with little fanfare, at least to begin with. That was because it wasn't clear until you actually saw it bounce on the other side of the fence that it was out. But Pierce Dutton matching the Cason Heaps round tripper. Fouled away by Henderson. And pushes that Buccaneer lead back out to 2. Two offering to Henderson. James Graffos on deck. Strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. That home run, by the way, the 7th given up by Molino.
Second baseman, James Graffos.
But able to come back and follow up the home run with a strikeout of Henderson. James Graffos next. That is floated over towards third. There for the catch, Riley Jackson.
Right fielder, Mason Steele.
Mason Steele next. A fly out to left and a single. Also a scored a run, 1 for 2. Just a tad inside with the Molina pitch. Brady Woff to the on-deck circle. 6th inning for the Lions. Has 4, 5, and 6 coming to the plate. Fernandez, Henniger, and Perry. And a shot over in the direction of left field, but it will sail foul. Two gone, 1 in, bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Buccaneer lead. Ground over towards first. Henniger's got it. He'll give it over to Molina. And still wraps into the 3-1. One hit, but it accounts for one run. And we go to the 6th. Buccaneers by 2. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Perhaps got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Sixth inning, the designated hitter, Luke Fernandez.
Luke Fernandez starting off the top of the 6th. Sam Henniger and Will Perry 2 up in the inning 2. Tiffany Miller is watching the game from Lawrence, South Carolina. Tiffany, great to have you watching the coverage. By the way, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is just a click of the mouse away. Cursor over subscribe button and punch, and that'll do it. Popped up the center field by Fernandez. There for the catch is Dutton.
First baseman, Sam Henniger.
Sam Henniger next. And while you're at it, subscribe to our premium channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. None of that mandatory, just all requested. But are trying to grow our subscriber numbers. We want to one day be a big city. Kind of a small one right now, about 66-13 it looks like. Ponder's gotten it short. Goes to first, and Henniger out on the 6-3.
The center fielder, Luke Perry.
So maybe if we could push that subscriber total to over 6,700 before we leave. If we are, we need about 83 more. 2 gone for Will Perry. Perry is flown out to short, hit into a double play. Bucks in the bottom of the 6th have Woff, Sullivan, and Neal due up. That is floated in the direction of left, and it will stay in fair play. Over to make the catch is Trenton Shirley. It is a 3-up, 3-down, top of the 6th.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career. and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Brady Wall.
And a reminder that when the school year ends, the baseball doesn't here on JockJive. There's the first event for us with the Showcase Series. It'll happen at Southern Miss first weekend in June. And all kinds of sports this summer here on JockJive. Showcase Series, ALA-BCA Showcases, World Series events for Babe Ruth, Cal Ripken, and Dixie Baseball. Got some football coming up this summer, too. I believe it is the NFPSL. Not sure about those acronyms. We got football coming up and a whole lot more. Brady Woff starting it off. He will send it into right field to lead off the sixth. That is hit number 7 for the Buccaneers.
Now batting for Shelton State, the third baseman, Slade Sullivan.
And a base runner aboard for Slade Sullivan. Sullivan has popped out and singled 1 for 2 in the game. On the outside part of the plate. And before you know it, we will be in mid to late August and kicking off football coverage. All of it right here. So come back often to JockJive. Sullivan, the second out in the second inning, had a 1-out base hit in the 4th. Back to the plate here in the 6th. Lions with the bottom third of their order coming to the plate when you get the 7th underway. But in foul by Sullivan. The Shelton State hits make that inning with the most hits. Did feature bunts. It was that 4th inning that played at a single run but had 3 hits. And all were of the infield variety. On the outside part of the plate, out goes Slade Sullivan.
Next up for Shelton State, the catcher, Lawson
That is
Neal.
the 4th Molina strikeout. And there's one away for Lawson Neal. The 8 guy's been perfect. 2 trips to the plate and 2 base hits. Paxton Ponder to the on-deck circle. Molina with a glance over the shoulder to the runner Woff. That is fouled away by Neal. Neal hitting 194 in the season. 5 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. But as I mentioned, 2 trips to the plate and 2 base hits. In this one, 1 ball, couple of strikes. Running is Woff. That will be caught by Heaps. Trying to get it back to first before Woff gets back, but he's able to get there safely. 2 gone.
Now batting for Shelton State, the shortstop, Paxton Ponder.
Two gone for Paxton Ponder, 1 for 2 in the game. Single in a run in the second, struck out in the fourth. And Molina getting a visit despite the consecutive outs, the strikeout of Sullivan, the fly out by Neal. Lions trying to get this game to the seventh and still down by 2. They don't want to see that lead grow with 2 gone in the bottom part of inning number 6. Taking you all the way back to Thursday. Northwest Shoals 10-4 winner over Wallace. Hanceville. Coastal South beats Chat Valley 6-5. Then on Friday, Shelton State knocks off Northwest Shoals 5-1. Coastal South over Gadsden State 12-4. Northwest Shoals defeats Chat Valley 8-7. Wallace Hanceville 13-3 winners over Gadsden State. Conversation over. Molina stays. And Ponder with a swing and miss. A lone game on Saturday. Lions beat Northwest Shoals 7-2. Yesterday, Shelton State blanking Coastal South 5-0. And the Lions over South 6-5 and 10. And that's how we got here. One ball, one strike. Little inside with a pitch. Top of the order, moving to the on-deck circle, Trenton Shirley. Count runs to 3-1. Waff with his lead over at first. Molina a glance to the runner. Fouled away and the count full. Jackson, Sanford, and Heaps in the seventh for Wallace Hanceville. That is popped up right side. Heaps will chase it to the bullpen, but ran out of room to continue the chase. Ponder a .317 hitter this year. That's low, and the walk is issued, pushing Waff over to second.
Now batting for Shelton State, the left fielder, Trenton Shirley.
A couple of base runners on for the top of the order, Trenton Shirley, who is 0 for 3 in the game. Has struck out and popped out twice. Pierce Dutton is on deck, outside with a pitch to Shirley. Young Memorial Field, home of UAB baseball, the side of the ACCC D1 Baseball Championship, second year in a row. Last year it was the Bucks and Delgado. This year Region 23 with a tournament of their own. It's the Bucks and the Lions. Low pitch to Shirley, who struck out in the first, popped out to right in the second, to center in the fourth. 2-1 offering. And if Molino walks, surely he might get a second visit. And a second visit would mean an exit here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 offering. And is popped up in the direction of center field, backtracking all the way to the wall of warning track, reaching over, trying to bring it back in, cannot. That's Trenton Shirley with a 3-run shot.
That's the 4th home run of the season for Trenton Shirley.
Perry just kept drifting backwards and ran out of room. And the Bucks have pushed the lead out to 5. And here comes that second visit, but it doesn't come after a walk. It comes after a 3-run shot that puts the Bucks up 6-1.
Your attention, please, for Wallace State now pitching number 16, Cody Lee.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Next up for Shelton State, center fielder Pierce Dutton.
The new pitcher is Cody Lee. Cole Molino will leave after 5 2/3. Faced 28, struck out 4, walked 2, gave up 8 hits and 6 runs. And there is a hit batsman in Pierce Dutton.
Now batting for Shelton State, the designated hitter Jackson Henderson.
Cody Lee, 26 innings of work, 13 appearances, 2-2 with 6 saves. Gave up a total of 16 hits, 13 runs, 5 earned, 15 walks, 29 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed, a 1.73 ERA. So both starters gone, Cole Molina and Gunnar Dodd. And your current pitcher is Jeremy O'Quinn for the Bucks, Cody Lee for the Lions. Just needed the lucky rosin bag. So Lee working that rosin bag and back into the box steps Jackson Henderson. Henderson with a walk, a ground out, and a strikeout. 0 for 2 in the game. A little bit outside, and the count runs to 3-1. James Graffos to the on-deck circle. There is a walk given to Henderson.
Now batting for Shelton State.
So a hit batsman and a walk, couple of base runners on. James Graffos coming to the plate.
Eli, the guy that did every pitch, his first 3 pitches was always the same on the right-hander. Over the plate.
And all of the damage coming with 2 gone. Did have the leadoff single from Woff, but then back-to-back outs of Sullivan and Neal. Since then, a walk of Ponder, the home run from Shirley, hit batsman in Dutton, and Henderson with a walk. 0-1 pitch to Graffos. And it is 0-2. Graffos 0 for 3. Has popped out to short, ground out to second, flown out to third. He is the 8th hitter in the inning for the Buccaneers. (0-2) Cody Lee offering outside. Graffos hitting .350. 11 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs. He'll line that one to second. Sanford's there for the catch. 2 are stranded, but 3 come in on the Shirley home run. And the Bucs take a 6-1 lead to the 7th. Just about all white. Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Craps got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Leading off the Hanceville 7th inning, third baseman, Roddy Jackson.
Top of the 7th, bottom third of the order. Riley Jackson starts it. Cooper Sanford and Cason Heaps due up in the inning 2, facing Jeremy O'Quinn, who came into the game and finished a third of the 5th Worked all in the 6th, now on the bump in the 7th. And runs the count to 3-0 on Jackson. It is a game that has featured 3 home runs, 2 solo shots, and a 3-run blast. Down the middle with the O'Quinn pitch. And one of the Lions due up in the inning has smacked it out of the park. Case and heaps. There's 2 into the zone. 3-2 now on Jackson. Jackson is struck out and ground out. Handcuffed him. Strikeout number 2 for O'Quinn. It is 4 for Buccaneer pitching.
Second baseman, Cooper Sanford.
And there's one away for Cooper Sanford. Sanford with a couple of flyouts. Both were on the infield, 1 to second, 1 to first. Bucks in the bottom of the 7th. Mason Steele, Brady Woff, and Slade Sullivan.
All right, one more, just like it. Come on now.
0-2 offering outside the Sanford. Case and heaps moving to the on-deck circle.
Come on, one more strike.
Round to third, trying to backhand it was Sullivan, not able to bring it in. On safely is Sanford.
Right fielder, Jason Heaps.
And waiting to see how that is scored as an E or an H. It'll be the base hit. Sanford on with a 1-out single. Case and Heaps has popped out first and popped out of the park. Solo home run in the 5th. Top of the order, Andrew Lawrence to the on-deck circle. Sanford with his lead at first. That is fouled away by Heaps. Sanford, 5 stolen bases on the year, if you are wondering if he is a threat to go. 63 stolen bases for the Lions as a team. A little bit outside with a pitch, trying to pull it into the strike zone was Neal. Count even in 1 each on Heaps. First out in the 3rd and homered in the 5th. And will float over towards the bullpen for the Lions. Andrew Lawrence on deck. 1-2 pitch to Heaps. Just a little bit outside. Count evens up, 2 each. Heaps hitting .262. 6 doubles, couple of triples, home run, 18 RBIs. He's only walked 4 times this year. There is the 5-4, didn't get the 3. Got the lead runner. Fielded by Sullivan, goes to second to Graffos, but couldn't get it on to Woff in time to get 2.
The Lions, the shortstop, Andrew Lawrence.
Well, and apparently Heaps, I'm assuming, kind of broke toward the field. I'm not sure what the call was that got him out, but he is out. And it becomes a 1-2-3 inning with the double play taking care of 2. Now, before we leave, let's just see if there's anything in particular we want to see going on with Coach Randy Putman and officials. Nope, he's going back to the dugout. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th as they stretch it here.
Yeah, it could.
Leading off the bottom half of the 7th inning for Shelton State, the right fielder, Mason Steele.
Bottom of the 7th, the only guy that didn't come to the plate in the 6th. We'll lead it off in the 7th. Mason Steele, Brady Woff, and Slade Solomon coming to the plate as well. A 5-run Buccaneer lead here in the bottom of the 7th. And his foul tipped back into the mitt of Colton Payton. Cody Lee, who worked the 3rd of the 6th, now trying to put a full inning together. As that one is fouled back 2. Creeping up on 2 hours of baseball, an hour 49 into the game. Steele lifting that one sky high, back behind the bag at 2nd. Shortstop Andrew Lawrence will make the catch.
Now batting for Shelton State, the first baseman, Brady Woff.
And there's one away from Brady Woff. Woff's been hit by a pitch, sacrificed, and singled. Officially 1 for 1 with a couple of runs scored. Oh, 1 pitch. 1 hop right back to Lee. He'll underhand after going part of the way. Rest of the way the underhand, and there's 2 gone.
Shelton State, third baseman Slade Sullivan.
Slade Sullivan 1 for 3. A fly out to right in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th. Top of the order coming to the plate for the Lions when you get to the 8th. Lawrence, Howes, and Payton. 0-1, just a wee bit outside, and the count evens at 1. A season that began in late January and has found its way into May, with one of these two advancing to the district championship, best 2 out of 3 series. The other will reflect on a great year. And is popped up by Sullivan to center field. There for the catch is Will Perry.
Shelton State is bottom of the 7th inning, 3 up, 3 down.
3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th with Lawrence, Howes, and Payton coming up for the Lions.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Leading off the Hanceville 8th inning, the shortstop, Andrew Lawrence.
Top of the order, top of the 8th, Andrew Lawrence starts, and Jamie Howes, Colton Payton 2 up in the inning as well. Opportunities running out for the Lions. Hoping to put together a sizable top of the 8th. Their preference would be not to wait till the 9th. Bucks perfectly content with maintaining the lead. Lawrence is ground out to second, doubled, and popped out to center field. Jamie Howes on deck. And is ground right back to O'Quinn. He'll go over to first and get Lawrence on the 1-3.
Left fielder Jamie Howes.
Jamie Howes with a ground out to short and a couple of walks. He's been walked by Dodd and O'Quinn. Colton Payton to the on-deck circle. Back to the screen, foul by Howes. Howes was out number 2 in the first. Walked with 1 away in the third and with 2 away in the 5th. Sin foul by Howes. Hitting .253, couple of home runs, 21 RBIs, 26 walks, 30 strikeouts. Floats that one towards center field. Pierce Dutton's there for the catch. And there's 2 gone.
Now batting for the Lions, the catcher Colton Payton.
Sproul going out to the bump and about to relieve Quinn. So Quinn will go and a new pitcher coming in with 2 gone in the top of the 8th.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Kenneth Adele, the new pitcher, as Jeremy O'Quinn leaves. And that'll line out to second by Pete. We'll get to all those Buccaneer pitching numbers on both O'Quinn and Adele when we get to the 9th. Right now, we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Bucs sending Neil, Ponder, and Shirley to the plate.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
More stuff coming up this summer. We'll be at Troy University the 13th through the 15th with the showcase. As a matter of fact, 10 different weeks. And right at a total of 14, I believe, different venues. That is slapped in the direction of right center field. Drops in for Lawson Neal. He's on his way to second and begins the bottom of the 8th with a double.
Now
That
batting
is
for
a
Shelton State,
194
shortstop,
hitter
Paxton
who is
Ponder.
now 3 for 4 in the game. Paxton Ponder to the plate. Ponder has singled, struck out, and walked.
Come on, Pax.
Top of the order, Trenton Shirley to the on-deck circle. One 1-0 pitch, bunted foul. Cody Lee, who came into the ballgame in the 6th, now working into the 8th. Wallace Hanceville using 2 pitchers, Buccaneers 3. Bunted by Ponder, right out in front of the plate. And the put out will go 3-4 sacrifice-wise, but does move Neal to third.
Pitch hitting for Shelton State, number 22, Trip Gann.
Got a pinch hitter coming to the plate for Shelton State. That is Trip Gann. Gann on the year, a 341 hitter, 85 plate appearances, 29 hits, 6 doubles, 18 RBIs, 15 walks, 16 strikeouts. Pierce Dutton on deck. A little bit inside with a pitch to Gann. And Gann pitch hitting for a Trenton Shirley, who homered in his last plate appearance in the 6th. A little bit low from Lee.
Make him work. Make him work. Oh, Connie.
Count runs to 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 aboard, 90 feet away from becoming the 7th run of the game for the Bucks. And a shot over towards Howes in left field. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Neal, and he will score. Gann comes in and picks up a sacrifice RBI.
Next up for Shelton State, the center fielder, Pierce Dutton.
Pierce Dutton, a homer hit by a pitch, popped out and ground out. Sending the first Lee pitch foul. Lions now hoping to rally in the 9th when Fernandez, Henniger, and Perry come to the plate. And a shot over towards Howes in left. He's got it. Dutton flies out. 1 run in. Tacked on a little insurance. Is it enough? We go to the 9th with the Bucks by 6.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
inning for Wallace Hanceville, the designated hitter Luke Fernandez.
Top of the ninth gets underway. Lions need 6 to send it to the bottom part of the inning. Luke Fernandez, 0 for 3 in the game, will start it. Sam Henniger and Will Perry 2 up in the inning, too. Just learned that Wallace Hanceville's softball team received an at-large bid, so they are going to be playing in the Nationals in Arizona. Congratulations to the Lady Lions. They will join the Lady Bison. That is swatted towards left field. Sails over the head of Trenton Shirley. And sliding in safely at second is Luke Fernandez. So the Lions making an early statement that they ain't done yet. With the base runner at second for Sam Henniger.
First baseman Sam Henniger.
New second baseman, by the way, for Shelton State, Landon Ingram in at second. So a defensive substitution for the Buccaneers. Sam Henniger, 2 for 3 in the game. Will Perry to the on-deck circle. Kenneth Liddell coming into the ball game to finish up the top of the 8th. And taking a look at the Liddell numbers, 26 and a third innings of work, 3-0, 4 saves, 25 hits given up. Only 3 runs. That'll be dropped into center field. Double and a single, 2 on for the Lions.
Center fielder Will Perry.
Liddell, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 20 strikeouts. Allowed a single home run in the ERA at .68. But he's given up back-to-back hits. And that'll get Coach Bobby Sprout out of the dugout. Headed out to the bump to have a conversation with Liddell, who came in for Jeremy O'Quinn. O'Quinn worked 3 innings, faced 10, struck out 2, walked 1, gave up a hit, did not allow a run. They got a little cushion with a 6-run lead. But if you are the Lions and you take a couple of runs off that advantage and nobody goes down, the Bucs aren't feeling nearly as comfortable. Runners at first and third for Will Perry. Will Perry 0 for 3 in the game. A couple of flyouts and hit into a double play. A couple of pitches missing, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Big pitch here. Swatted foul, and the count runs to 2-1. Will Perry hitting 191, 4 doubles, a triple, 11 RBIs, 18 walks, 29 strikeouts. That is another base hit into center field. That'll bring in Fernandez. Henniger holds at second. Lions trim it to 5.
Third baseman Riley Jackson.
And that will get activity up and throwing in the pin quickly. And as a matter of fact, Bobby Sproul's already out of the dugout, headed to the bump. And Tadell's tenure on the hill short-lived. New guy coming in. The new guy and the brief Tadell numbers when we return.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Your attention please for Shelton State, now pitching number 19, John Michael Pickens. Third baseman.
John Michael Pickens, the new pitcher for the Buccaneers. First pitch fouled away by Riley Jackson. Pickens 5-1, 4 saves, 27 1/3 innings of work, 21 appearances, 17 hits, 10 runs given up, 9 earned, 8 walks, 36 strikeouts. Has allowed a single home run, a 2.96 ERA. Relieving Kenneth Tadell, who worked the third of an inning and faced 4. No strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits. It's a high pitch to Jackson. And Tadell responsible for the 2 runners on and the 1 run in here in the ninth. Riley Jackson with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to see if he went. He did not. The toss outside of the zone and the count even at 2. Two offering from Pickens. Too far inside. Jackson struck out in the 2nd and 7th. Ground out in the 4th. Here's the payoff. It is popped up right side. And there for the catch is Mason Steele.
Now batting for Your attention, please, for Wallace State pinch hitting for Cooper Sanford, number 33, Austin Nix.
And the pinch hitter coming to the plate for Sanford. This is Austin Nix, a .329 hitter. 12 doubles, a triple, 10 home runs, 43 RBIs, 11 walks, 36 strikeouts. Pretty good stick to pull off the bench here in the ninth. Into the strike zone with the opening pitch to Nix. Oh, 1 offering, and it's 0-2. Case and Heaps on deck. Henniger and Perry on, Fernandez in. Here is the 0-2 offering to Nix. Struck him out.
One more to go.
The right fielder, Jason Heaps.
Case and Heaps coming to the plate, 2 gone. Lions down to their last out. Heaps 1 for 3. And that one was a homer in the 5th that at that moment of the game trimmed it to a 1-run game. Took it from 2-0 to 2-1. That is popped up near the plate. Able to make the catch is Lawson Neal. Ball game over, and the Buccaneers of Shelton State have captured the ACCC Division I championship and will be taking on, as host, LSU Eunice later on in the week.
2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Nice to meet you, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Taking a look at your final numbers in this one.
The winning pitcher.
Both teams
for
9
Shelton
hits.
State is Jeremy
Neither team
O'Quinn,
committed an error.
and the loss goes to Cole
Buccaneers
Molina.
leave 8 on.
O'Quinn now improves
Wallace
to
Hanceville leaves 7. All of
2-1
those
on the year.
numbers
Molina drops
pretty
to 4 and
close.
3.
But the run
The
total of
final game
5-run
was 2 hours
difference.
and 19 minutes.
Lions will get a run in the 5th, a run in the 9th.
Your 2025
Buccaneers will pick up a run in the
ACCC
2nd,
and Region
4th,
22 champions
5th,
for the 3rd
and
straight
8th
year,
inning,
Shelton
and had a
State
3-run
Bucks.
6th. And this one is over. It is the Buccaneers again claiming the championship here at UAB in Birmingham. Back with post-game ceremonies in just a moment.
Here today. We sincerely thank the city of
Well, here we
Oxford,
go with the
Shopalaka-
post game. Let's turn it over
Park,
to our
Billy
PA
Thompson
announcer.
Staff, Justin Daniluk and staff, and the volunteers for serving as gracious hosts and providing a great environment for our teams and fans. We'd also like to thank the athletic department at UAB and head baseball coach Casey Dunn for allowing us to play our championship game here today at Young Memorial Field. And now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present to you the 2025 ACCC All-Tournament team. From Coastal South, Caden Mason. From Coastal South, Bryce Speakman. From Northwest Shoals, Will Turner. From Wallace State, Andrew Lawrence. You will please go out and receive your award. in the tournament for the Lions. From Wallace State, Jamie Howes. Howes finished the tournament with 8 hits, a couple of RBI, and 4 walks. From Wallace State, Colton Payton. Payton had 10 hits in the tournament. And from Wallace State, Luke Fernandez. Luke had 6 hits, a walk-off RBI, and 14 punch-outs in the tournament. From Shelton State, Pierce Dutton. 6 hits in the tournament, a triple, a home run, and 2 RBI. From Shelton State, James Graffus. 6 hits in the tournament. From Shelton State, Mason Steele. 6 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts. From Shelton State, Trenton Shirley. 2 doubles and a 3-run homer in the tournament among his 5 hits. And now, for the most valuable player of the 2025 ACCC tournament, from Shelton State, Jackson Henderson. Jackson had 2 home runs and 7 RBI in the tournament for the Bucks. At this time, we would like to recognize the Wallace State Hanceville Lions on their 2025 ACC runner-up finish in a great season. The Lions won 9 of their last 11 games to reach the finals here at the tournament. And here's head coach Randy Putnam. And now to present the 2025 ACC Championship Trophy to the 46-11 Shelton State Bucks from Tuscaloosa, the 3-time defending champions and their 8th ACCC title overall. Head coach Bobby Sproul. Shelton State will advance to the NJCAA South District Championship Series May the 15th through the 17th versus Region 23 champion LSU Eunice. I think it's interesting or noteworthy to point out today that in the history of baseball in the state of Alabama, that today you watch 2 teams that are coached by 2 of the 3 winningest coaches in the state all time.
Well, this win is over. It is Shelton State that wins it by a 7-2 final. Post-game ceremonies, there is that championship team that will be taking on LSUE this weekend. Thanks so much to all the folks that made our coverage possible, from Chakalaka to UAB to the ACCC and Commissioner Dean Myrick. Folks here that have opened their doors for us to be able to bring you the coverage, and of course, most importantly, thank you for watching. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And we'll see you this weekend in Tuscaloosa for LSUE and Shelton State. For all the folks with the conference and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.